Hello and welcome to HawkTalk, the show where we discuss the topics that you send in. I'm Danny Shepard.
I'm Noel Shefflin.
And I'm Angela DeMonico.
Every week, we reach into a helmet, pull out 3 topics, and discuss them.
The show is then divided by 3 episodes, released Tuesday through Thursday. The full one coming out Friday. That has all the topics.
And the full audio version will drop on Tuesdays on SoundCloud and iTunes. And if you guys want to hear it hear the podcast on any other audio podcast resources, let us know which ones in the comments below so we can start working on that.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Shall we
Angela,
begin?
you're new. You're our guest today, so why don't you reach into the classic Red Hood helmet from our first Nightwing video.
Neat.
Oh, man.
All right, cool. Happily. All right, so just open it. And
Yeah.
read it? Okay. All right, so the question is, what video game would you make into a movie if you had the budget? And Jan?
It comes from Jan.
Jan?
So
okay,
I guess
yeah.
Jan wrote this question.
So Jan wrote this question for us. Thank you, Jan, for the question. This is actually a really good question.
So what was it again?
So what video game would you make into a movie if you had the budget?
What video
Oh,
game?
man. So many.
Oh, man, I feel like my answer is going to be so obvious.
Oh, yeah. But go
Obvious
for
to
it.
us, but probably not to everybody listening.
Unless you follow me on Twitch, then everyone's probably like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, people
But-
can follow you on Twitch?
Oh yeah, yeah.
What's that?
What's your Twitch handle?
Self promotion, you know. Yeah, no, but I am a Twitch streamer, so it's at Lady Doombots is my channel. But yeah, I stream a lot of like Overwatch, Monster Hunter, Nintendo games, stuff like that.
Dope.
But
So which movie
Yeah.
would you like to see made?
do you want me to go first?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for
Okay,
it.
so I would definitely say Monster Hunter. I feel like Monster Hunter would be an amazing game to see done in live action, especially if, like, imagine, like, the spirit of a movie like Jurassic Park, but with Monster Hunter. Like, imagine the monsters looking the way that they do in Jurassic Park and the hunters having to engage with them the way that they do in the game, and just, like, everything surrounding that. It would be a huge budget needed for that, though, because, like, the CG and possibly animatronics for the monsters, the costume design would be insane, the weapon design, like, just everything in terms of, like, set design, location would be over the top.
Would you want it to have the feel of a Jurassic Park movie, like a fun adventure, or would you want it to be a little bit more like dire, like maybe Lord of the Rings, or
I think a little bit of, like, I like how Jurassic Park kind of is like a little bit of both, where it's like
Yeah.
it's fun and it has its moments where like you can kind of laugh and smile, but there are those scenes where you're like, oh my God, like
Oh my
that
goodness.
person just died, or like that person almost died.
Right.
Like, because that's very much how Monster Hunter is, especially in the more recent games. Like, they've been making it a little bit more story driven, and there are NPCs that are kind of like comedic relief
Nice.
and are like really silly, but then there's also those like really intense hunts where you're like, oh my God, like it's getting real right now.
Dang.
Like, so I think that would be just incredible. I imagine that kind of movie would cost at least $2 million. So
A couple million?
couple
thinking
million.
a couple $100 million?
Couple
Yeah.
$100 million. Yeah.
The costumes alone, I think, would cost like $1 million or two. Like, oh God.
Now, for those who aren't super familiar with Monster Hunter, what kind of story would they tell here? Like, would it be a hero's story trying to accomplish something? Is hunting monsters just to feed yourself and your family? Like, is it
Isn't Monster Hunter where you hunt men?
Oh, I see what you did there.
So, but like you go in and is it like you follow like, are monsters like attacking villages and the heroes are trying to defend? Like, what kind of story would we see in this movie?
I think it would be cool. So, like, one thing they do in a lot of the games, like the general premise a lot of the time ends up being like kind of what you said, where it's like there are monsters attacking villages, and a lot of the villagers and the hunters that are protecting those villages that are like kind of small, like factions in each area, don't really understand why this is happening and why it becomes such a prevalent issue. And ultimately, what I think would be cool to see end up happening is like the main character joins up with like all of these different hunters from different villages, and they kind of team up, start fighting these other monsters off, and then eventually find out it's like a giant elder dragon that's sending out all those monsters, and the ultimate enemy is that elder dragon that they have to go and fight at the very end. It's gonna be like a huge, crazy monster. Like, ugh.
Dope.
Fighting the bad guys in order of badness.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So it like starts off, you see a couple like little Jaggy or something like that, and then eventually it's like you see something like a Tetsukabra or something, and like gradually the monsters just get kind of bigger and bigger until eventually you get something huge. And in Monster Hunter, the elder dragons are literally like so big they don't even fit. So like when you're playing on a 3DS, you know, normally you can see like your monster like in one screen, but like sometimes the monsters are so big that like all you see are parts of it, and you're like climbing around it trying to
like
hit
Shadow of the
different parts.
Colossus.
Yeah, like Shadow of the Colossus. I've never played that, but I have heard a lot of people say that it's similar. So I feel like that would be how the Elder Dragon has to look.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting. So it's like an action adventure type story.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd want the comedic relief in there, but I'd also want it to have those moments where it's like, oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Super intense.
So, yeah.
Cool. What about you, Noel? What kind of video game would you like to turn into a movie?
I would love to make Ocarina of Time into a movie.
Oh,
I would love to make
yes.
Ocarina of Time into movies because I don't think that game could be in one movie.
That seems like it would be an awesome series.
Yeah, I would prefer a series, but if we're talking about movies, so I would
Yeah,
pick
yeah,
movie.
for sure.
What were we
So
gonna say?
I just had an idea. What about Majora's Mask, but open it or let it play out kind of like Memento or like non-linearly
Oh.
time jumping.
Huh.
That would be stressful.
Yeah, that
I'd be
is
so stressed.
very stressful. Just an
That is
idea.
an interesting concept. I've never beaten the game, so I don't even I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you how I would make that movie because I don't even know how that game ends.
That game was
Same.
really
Yeah.
difficult.
I never
man.
beat it either. I
that's-
couldn't do it in the time frame allotted. I was like, every time, like Ganon's big face just kills all of us. Dang
I hate
it.
when that happens.
Yeah.
I would make it feel like I would make it look and feel like Game of Thrones in the sense that the sets and the costume look really just lived in and gritty and a part of this world. I wouldn't make it as dire as Game of Thrones. I would make it feel like what's a,
Lord of the Rings.
no, not even that. I would make it feel like a bit like Peter Pan, like really lighthearted, but still like the adventure is very serious, but Link is very lighthearted. That's
Have
how
you ever
Yeah.
seen Legend of the Guardians?
the animated
Oh,
Zack
yeah,
Snyder?
yeah. With like, what was it? All the like mythical story creatures.
Oh,
and
not
stuff,
Zack Snyder.
right?
The one with the
Was that
one
it?
about the one about
by DreamWorks.
Frost?
Yeah,
Yeah, Jack
Yeah,
Frost.
yeah. That movie was
and
so good.
Yes,
Santa Claus wasn't
Those
Santa Claus
situ-
Russian or something like that.
Yeah. Those, or I'd say the tone of that, it's pretty, or the tone of the story is dire, the circumstances, but it's still a lighthearted animated movie.
Yeah.
And it mixes the two really well.
Yeah. Pitch, the villain in that
Oh,
movie, was
yeah.
awesome. I loved him.
Yes, that was a very underrated movie.
It
really
It
was.
didn't get a lot of press at all, but that was like a
Yeah.
really well put together movie.
I loved that movie.
What
Forgot
about
about
what about Link? Is he gonna speak?
Yes, I would definitely have Link speak for sure.
Yeah.
I would have two actors. I would have him as a kid, and I would have him as an adult. Is he an adult at that point? Like,
He's
what
like
is that?
17, I
Okay.
think.
Yeah.
Then
Because
I-
it's 7 years in the future, and I always thought he was 10 when when he like drew the Sword of Time or the Master Sword from the shrine in the Temple of Time.
Yeah.
And then it jumps forward 7 years, and then now he's.
I would make him a 12-year-old boy, and then jump to 22.
That seems like it makes more
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
solid.
because
Yeah.
I would want him to specifically be right before he's a teenager.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'd say Uncharted, the Uncharted series.
Oh,
The Uncharted
that'd be cool.
series is like it's made as a movie already, and we don't have a modern day Indiana Jones vertical in the movie space anymore.
Who
So
would you want to play him?
there was rumors of Marky Mark playing him, and I was
know
like,
about that.
I don't know about that
Yeah,
Marky
it's a little
Mark,
odd.
but
What about JGL?
JGL, I can't see him doing it either. It's got to be someone who
A little bit more rugged, I think, than that.
a little bit more rugged,
Yeah.
still like handsome, but like rugged and.
How about a Hemsworth?
A Hemsworth could be a good choice. Chris Hemsworth could be a great choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, he seems like especially seeing him in Thor and Ragnarok and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Like I
Yeah.
feel like he could capture the Nathan Drake persona.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Really witty, but still really like, I don't know, agile and like,
Charming.
good at what he does. Charming. Yeah.
One-liners just like all over the place and just like really good one-liners.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
all his one-liners are so good.
Yes, yeah. I've only watched. I think I saw you play. Which one were you playing?
Uncharted 4.
Yeah, that one was really good. Like it reminded me a lot of what is it? The zombie game that we all like from PS4.
Dead Rising?
No, the one that's really Last of Us.
Last of Us.
It kind of
yeah,
reminded
yeah,
me a
yeah.
lot of Last of Us, just a lot less heart wrenching.
same developer.
Yeah.
Naughty Dog.
Yeah, all of their games,
Naughty
like
Pup.
it's literally like you're playing a movie already. So I feel like if they were to just stick to the source material, it would make an amazing movie.
And now that they're done with the game series, this is a prime opportunity to bring it back as a movie, because now fans would love to see either those stories retold as a movie or like a complete reboot in I mean, I don't know, that people might get really upset about that and want it to continue the story or whatever, tell other adventures
That
with
could
this
be
character.
cool.
But
Yeah.
like, or different characters within that universe, and maybe Nathan Drake is a character in the story, and it follows like Chloe, who's another treasure hunter in the series. It's like
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe her. What if like it was like his kid, his son?
oh, his
something.
daughter. I think
Or
they have a daughter.
They have a daughter.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought they had a kid at the end or something.
What's the
Yeah.
daughter's
Okay.
name?
I don't know, because I beat Uncharted 4, and there's like an epilogue at the very end that I keep meaning to play and keep forgetting about.
Fair enough. If before we wrap things up, if there was another game that I can turn into a movie, it would definitely be Halo.
Oh man.
Man.
Because I remember hearing the rumor of that being a movie, and I was excited for 5 years, and it never happened, and I'm still excited, and it's not happening, and I'm gonna go cry.
Oh.
They keep the thing about Halo is they keep announcing it and saying like Halo's happening,
I'm just like, no, it's not, man.
and then it's like, and then it doesn't happen. Halo's happening.
so
We're doing Halo.
sad.
Neil Blomkamp's
yeah,
gonna do
so
it.
many names have been attached: Peter Jackson, Neil Blomkamp, Ridley Scott, and just like, where the movie at, man?
Where's
you
the movie
keep
at?
saying these things, but nothing's happening.
Yeah, it's like they haven't even canceled it either. Jared, what do you think? What games would you create? Turn
Mass
into a movie?
Effect.
I knew you were gonna
Yes,
say
yeah,
that. I knew it.
That
But-
was my runner-up. That was my runner-up.
Not a movie. I want to do it as a series, and I want it to follow. This is original idea, but kind of like shifting the lore a bit.
Okay.
Following it will take place after the original Mass Effect trilogy, and follows Commander Shepard's daughter. And I want her to be the lead, and her trying to live up to,
Her father's legacy.
father or
mother.
mother.
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah,
can be
that's
either
true.
way.
Yeah.
Mother's legacy as being the first human Spectre, like
So
that would
Oh,
be
man.
cool.
Do you think that there's a way to make Shepard in that universe, like, not gender specific? So when they refer to Commander Shepard, your main character's
It could be
parent,
either.
they refer to
only as Commander Shepard.
Commander Shepard or your parent or
That would be
this or
cool.
that, just as a way to
Interesting.
keep it gender neutral. So that way,
pretty hype.
if you played male or femme Shep,
Yeah.
you get the
You
experience
relate either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like
that
watch
would be
the movie.
really cool. That's a really cool idea, but I think I would want to commit to one gender just as a story point. Like I want to be more specific, and there's certain things that I want to see, like I don't know, family pictures or like statues and or name badges and stuff like that. You know, just in the universe to help you feel like you're in her shoes.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Makes
know?
sense.
What if, like, in her bedroom, she has all of her collections of like her model ships
That would be
from the
cool.
captain's room?
Aw.
Man, those games are awesome.
I loved those games.
Any final points before we reach into our helmet and grab the next one? Man, I would turn so many.
Yeah, it was
So
really,
many.
it was hard to
Shinobi.
pick.
I want to do a Shinobi movie. That would be
Shinobi.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, you know what else I think would be cool? Yakuza.
Yeah.
Like getting a really dope, like Japanese mafia movie, like
Yeah.
in the style of Yakuza, just not as like, beat 'em up, obviously.
Right.
Do
like
they still have the
story-driven.
powers?
Oh, that would be amazing. If they did, it could be kind of like Scott Pilgrim-y, but like way more serious.
Dude, we should turn that into a video.
Didn't you want to do a Mega Man movie
Oh,
or
yeah.
series?
I've wanted to do a Mega Man movie for the longest time, but like I just have no idea how you could honestly make that, how you can be truthful to the source material and tell like a super awesome story at the same time in live action.
Yeah, that's true.
But we're gonna have to let this. We're gonna have to. I don't know. Keep dreaming, and hopefully they make video game movies awesome.
Yeah.
They're apparently going to make a live action Monster Hunter, but I've heard some things that make me kind of like iffy on it. So I don't know. I'm hoping that it ends up being good if it happens.
I guess we'll see. Why don't you grab that helmet? Let's go to question number 2.
Hi, dog. All right, Danjo, would you like the honor of doing the second?
The honor.
Yes. Reaching into that really small Red Hood helmet.
That really small helmet.
This really small, almost skin tight Red Hood helmet.
Truly.
I've heard the horror stories of wearing that thing.
Yeah. So if you guys go into the comments of the original Batman Nightwing video, I'm sure you'll see a lot of comments talking about how form fit and small the helmet is.
Hey, for like your first Red Hood helmet on that is really impressive. So
Hey, you know what?
Killed it.
yeah,
It's
solid.
all right.
You're right. It's completely solid.
It's rock hard, literally.
This comes from @RealPMaker on Twitter. If you could live in any fictional universe, what would you pick?
Ooh. Oh, I like this question.
Oh man.
Yeah, if I could live in any fictional universe,
There's two. There's two that I'm debating between. That's Star Wars or Star Trek. Both have to do with space, and both have interstellar travel, and that's why. Star Wars more so because you get to tap into the Force, or you have the option to. With Star Trek,
some people do.
right? Yeah. With Star Trek, that's not a possibility, so that's why I'm leaning a little bit more towards Star Wars. Yeah, I'll go with Star Wars.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good choice.
I'd want to be a part of Star Wars so I can traverse the galaxy and wear cool clothes.
What would your occupation be within the Star Wars?
I'd be a
Yeah.
carpenter.
Like
Nice.
like the guy who played Han Solo.
Yeah. No, I would be. I would want to study the ways of the Force. I'd
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
study the dark and the light.
I was gonna ask, which faction do you think you would be a part of? But it sounds like Jedi would be the one you'd relate to most
I
closely.
think I'm a Gemini, so I would go in between.
What if you weren't Force sensitive? Would you be like Han
I would
Solo?
I'd probably be a smuggler. I would either be a smuggler or a scavenger.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool, like Rey.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Hello, Ray. How about you guys?
I feel like, are we going in order?
No,
we're not going in order. Okay.
yeah.
Whatever. order.
Jump in.
Okay. I feel like for me, it would have to be. I would love to live in a world of magic, and I feel like there's no better world of magic than Harry Potter. It might be just because of like my lifelong dream of always wanting to be a little witch. So like I would love to be
It would
like
be
Hermione.
so dope to go to like a magic academy though.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Like imagine if like you lived in a world where you just like grew up, you reached a certain age, and it's like, all right, now you go off to a magic school and you learn how to like
That'd
be
be
a
pretty
freaking
sick.
awesome ass like mage, basically. Like that would
That'd be
be
pretty sick.
amazing. Yeah.
What if
like
you weren't magic sensitive, or you had any?
if you were a muggle,
Yeah.
that would really
Or a
suck.
no match.
Friggin' muggle.
Yeah, that sounds like the making for a great story though.
Yeah.
Facts.
But no, I think it would suck if you were a muggle, but I feel like, I mean, there has to still be people that I think are making the everyday things that need to happen in the world happen. I feel like that's where kind of like the muggle's role would be.
Is there a way that a muggle can't perform magic, but is there a way that a muggle can get a device that can do magic things for him? Like create some sort of kind of like the dude in Incredibles 2, or I'm sorry, not even out yet. I haven't seen it.
In the
the
future?
guy that's in Incredibles, who's the bad guy, but he didn't have any powers, but he
He
made
just
things.
used it. He used like objects.
Not that I know
Okay,
of.
I was wondering.
Not that I'm aware of. Maybe potions, but like that's
I
still. There's still some magic that's required in making
Gotcha.
potions and stuff like that.
I would even say too, like I wouldn't be surprised if in that universe, like if there was some sort of overpowering mage who was maybe capable of creating objects that could work for muggles.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like they're like, you can use this object, but you only can do this when you have this object. Like
Or you
that's
can be
it.
like Mr. Filch and just be the janitor.
Yeah, true.
I have 2. All right.
Okay.
So the first one. So my second one's like my runner up, but the first one is the world of Pokemon.
Oh, that'd be
And
cool.
Because basically what you said and what you said both are contingent on the fact that you are lucky. It's
Right.
like
True.
roll the dice.
That's
And
true.
do you have Jedi powers, or
But-
are you magic sensitive?
But in my universe, I'll still be able to travel interstellarly.
sure,
And like
True.
that is a big plus for me.
sure, yeah.
A big
The-
part of my world relies on me being able to do magic. So
Exactly.
That's totally fair. That's
you,
fair.
You can get totally screwed out
Yeah.
of that. But in the world of Pokemon, all you have to do is go to the store and grab one of those little balls and then throw it at some animals in the woods, and those animals become your slaves.
Oh.
So I mean,
Damn.
They're my pets. It's different.
they're your pets that you get to fight other pets. It's really the Pokemon universe
It's
is
violent. It's so
Yeah.
violent.
It's pretty dark and violent
it's
when
like
you really
dog.
think
It's like
about
dog
it.
fighting.
Yeah, it's
Truly, it's yeah.
it's kind of effed up. And if you actually,
Mike Tyson's like,
Damn.
oh my gosh, if you read some of the bios of some of the Pokemon, you're like, this Pokemon makes really good stew, and you're like, wait, what?
yeah, that's always so sad.
Wait, they don't talk about that in the cartoon.
Yeah.
The way they eat Pokemon. Yeah, they eat them.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Read some of the bios you read in the descriptions of the Pokemon are just like
Yeah, that
some
would-
crazy stuff.
That'd be heartbreaking. I couldn't do that. Like, oh.
What would be the second one?
The second one is the world of Full Metal Alchemist because again, it doesn't. All you have to do is be willing to learn, and then you can learn how to do alchemy. And basically, I could turn this mug into something completely different. I can create something out of nothing, and those powers are pretty OP.
Those are pretty
The
dope.
law of
Those is-
equivalent exchange.
Yeah.
What about a historically accurate Assassin's Creed?
A historically accurate Assassin's Creed.
Geographically and historically accurate. Would you have any interest in being one of those in that universe?
No,
able to
not
do-
really.
Okay.
Being able to do parkour like that would be freaking cool. Though you get places so much faster. Like, I gotta go to the
Sure.
grocery store, just leap over some buildings,
Sure.
and you're there in like 3 minutes.
There's a lot of stabbing.
There's
in
a lot of killing.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
stabbing in the Assassin's Creed universe, and I
A lot
neither.
of inconvenience.
Yeah, and there's like the stab.
true.
I definitely
Yeah.
don't want to get stabbed by any small knives or.
What
or-
about stabbing? You probably don't want to stab.
I don't want to stab anybody either. But if I sick my Charizard on you, that's another story.
'Cause he's
He's
doing
the way
it.
he's doing the dirty work.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you could get a lot of different uses out of Pokemon too. Because if you had Charizard, like use Fly to get everywhere.
Exactly,
I
I
would
just-
totally do that.
Jump on its back, and literally it'll transport me wherever I need to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Like you'll have your Pokemon, of course, that you love, like your pets, but then there's some that actually could prove like a legitimate use to you and benefit your quality of life.
Almost all of them can.
Would you have a pet like Pikachu that's always out of the Pokeball?
Yes, 100%.
I think so. I just don't know which one it would be because I'm not like. It's funny because we both played the game, and you look at both of our 6 Pokemon that we have, and they're just super different. Like mine are all like the super badass, like sharp features, like fully evolved, and then hers are like cute little, the cutest one she could find.
That's
With
hilarious.
like a few little badass ones thrown into the mix for good measure to protect me.
She's like, oh, I got this one because he's cute. I got this one because he's cute.
But see, there's nothing cooler than seeing like a Fennekin that someone like chose to not evolve, and it's like level 100 and destroys everyone, and you're like, all right, yeah, like that is a cute Pokemon that will destroy any Pokemon I have. Got
Fennekin's
it.
a little firefox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a Fennec fox.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the world of Pokemon, but
Yes.
also creating something out of nothing.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah,
to give
that
my.
is pretty dope.
Do you guys have any runner-ups that you would throw out there? You said Star Wars and then Star Trek,
Star
right?
Trek, yeah.
Pokemon was actually one that I was thinking of as well.
Yeah?
Mainly just because I really would want to have Pokemon pets. Honestly, I just love all of that. My house would be full of Pokemon.
See, you asked if you would have like one Pokemon that just lives out of the ball. Like for her, she would have all of them outside
Like,
the ball.
have you
And
guys
your
seen-
house would be just like
Yeah. Have you guys seen Ace Ventura? You know
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
goes to his apartment?
Yes,
That would
yes.
be my house. Like,
Nice.
you'd walk into our house and be like, these are all of Angela's Pokemon.
You just see a giant Gengar. Like these things are big too. It's just-
you need a big ass house, dude.
yeah.
Yeah. Danny would be very displeased.
Yes. Be like your Gengar craps on the rug again. It's not cool.
Not cool,
I
man.
imagine him doing it, just looking at you like,
But
what are
that
you gonna
creep is-
do? Yeah, just.
What about you, Jeremy? What fictional universe would you like to be a part of?
I'd say Star Trek just because it's in the future, interstellar travel is possible, and it's literally just living your life. And I would be a filmmaker in that universe.
Yeah, it literally
because-
is just exploration.
Yeah, it's just literally now in this world, real
Right.
world in the
Yeah.
future.
Right.
Basically.
Except
Awesome.
isn't there like no no like concrete form of money. Like it's sort of like this
Great.
utopian society where like it's
Dope.
perfect. Like yeah. So
I mean, that's fine. Like everything else is cool. Like, oh yeah, Pokemon and stuff like that. That's cool and all, but like you're always having to go up against stuff.
Yeah.
And
true.
your
You
life
have
is
to
always
fight
in
things.
Yeah, you're always in danger. Like
Yeah.
That is
if
true.
I pick Star Wars, I will always have to worry about an empire trying to take us over.
That is
If
true.
I'm in Star Trek, I'm probably not going to join the academy. I'm not going to join the fleet. So I'm just going to live my life.
Yeah.
Except be a filmmaker. Except filmmaker in space. That's cool. And
Yeah.
I'm just
Super
living
cool.
my life.
That'd be really cool.
But if you live in the Pokemon universe, you could make films and then use your Pokemon as your grips and as your
my gosh.
like literally it's just like all right
Charizard as your drone.
yeah
Or like if you had if you were in the Harry Potter world, you could like just make your camera levitate and film yourself. You would,
Levitate.
I mean,
Oh,
not
bro,
not
game
like,
changer.
Oh my god, you wouldn't even
that's
need
actually
someone to hold
pretty
the camera.
dope.
Yeah,
If I had magic.
true.
But
Yeah.
I know in Star Trek I can do anything I want.
Yep.
Good point.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Being a filmmaker in the Pokemon universe would be pretty cool.
Like being in
Yeah.
the Star
Pretty
Trek
dope.
universe, I'm not banking on anyone else but me. So there
Fair
you
enough.
go.
That's
fair.
true. Don't ever be a red shirt in that world either.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
oh,
That's
man.
tricky because I wouldn't know what shirts to wear.
You're like on your first mission. You're all excited
I
sitting
thought
there.
I put on my
Yeah.
green shirt today.
You're like,
Oh,
no.
boy.
Oh boy, not a good day.
You're
God.
literally you're on a ship going to a planet with 3 of like the most famous people like on the ship, the highest ranking officers, and then there's you and you're like, oh crap.
I just imagine Jeremy being like, guys, in honor of this special occasion, I wore my special brown shirt today, and I'm really excited about it. And then everyone's looking at you like, that's red, Jeremy. You're
you
like,
got a red shirt on.
crap.
And then Jeremy looks up straight into the camera. Oh my god. I need to get out of here.
Can I leave?
I want to make a short about a red shirt that's like that rebels and it's just like I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
There needs to be a Star Trek movie where like the red shirt is the main character and is like
Yes.
super OP.
The red shirt is the underdog and he avoids death every time.
But-
super
like,
narrowly, like Jon
barely.
Snow.
But then
Yeah.
it ends with him dying, and you're just like, well, damn, what did I watch that for?
What was the point of this movie?
Like you see like giant things just like coming down. He's narrowly escaping.
And then he trips over a rock, hits his head, and he's done. You're just like, wow.
Yeah, something really or he drinks like bad milk or something and dies of like food poisoning. You're like, what?
What a way to
That's
go out.
anticlimactic.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to take it really dark, and this is like super dark, he could
we
get
go.
like a terminal disease, and then he
About
dies.
to
from
say that.
That's something they do in like Family Guy. Like they cut
That
to like
is
a scene of
something.
and they cut to a scene of him
Yeah.
in a doctor's office. He's like, I have some news for you. You have cancer. He's just like the movie just ends.
Oh,
And then
wow.
Just like, what was that?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that to our audience.
No, I
Me neither.
wouldn't. That would be sad.
Before we move on to the next topic, just wanted to say thank you guys, everybody, for watching and supporting. If you guys want to see an extra episode of Hawk Talk every month, we're offering on our Patreon. Be sure to check that out. Patreon.com/ismahawk. All right. Noel, why don't you go and grab on that helmet?
Don't tell me what to do.
Okay.
I like these questions so far. These are really fun.
All right, man. Let's see
eggs.
what this question is. This question comes from your boy James Clark at Jawbreaker Clark on Twitter. Oh, we were just talking about this. Perfect. What house would you be in Hogwarts?
Oh.
Ooh.
All right.
Neat.
What house would we be in Hogwarts?
So I think I feel like I tread lightly between. I feel like I could fit into any of them if I really wanted to, but I feel
can
like
do
the
whatever you
two.
want.
I feel like the two I would like identify most closely with. Like I've always tested and gotten Ravenclaw, which I think is pretty accurate. But then I also I like Hufflepuff. I think Hufflepuffs are cool.
Hey, Jigglypuff is cool.
Wait, so what's the deal? What's with the deal with Hufflepuffs? Like, I know Ravenclaws are smart,
Yeah.
Slytherins are ambitious, Gryffindors are cliche.
Yeah.
And
That's
Gryffindor's thing is that they're cliche.
everybody wants to be a Gryffindor, right, Jeremy?
Hufflepuffs are just too nice for their own good.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I'm like, I think I share the majority of Ravenclaw traits because like I'm an intellectual, I'm studious, I'm like dedicated to like learning and things like that. I like to think I'm pretty good at when I work really hard at something. And then when the Hufflepuff part comes in about like them being really nice, I'm like, yeah, that's me too.
That's probably you. It sounds like you.
Who in the movies was a Hufflepuff? Were Hufflepuffs?
Shoot.
Neville Longbottom.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Oh,
Neville.
Was
Neville.
Neville? I thought Neville was Gryffindor.
I don't
10
think so.
points for Gryffindor.
Pretty sure he was.
I
Hufflepuff.
think he was Hufflepuff as well.
Got you.
No, wait, no, he was definitely Gryffindor because he was able to pull the sword of Gryffindor out of the hat.
Oh,
So, never mind.
Right.
Way to go,
I need to
Jeremy.
rewatch
Sorry.
those movies.
It was a while.
Hufflepuffs,
It's been a while.
According to Melissa, Hufflepuffs are also hardworking.
Oh yeah, well, there you go. Yeah.
Yep. Hardworking. All right.
Yeah.
What about you, Noel?
I'm definitely House Ravenclaw.
Nice.
I only know that because I took 3 tests, and all 3 tests told me that I'm Ravenclaw, and I let tests tell me what I am.
Yeah. High five.
That's great.
I actually, and I actually agree with it. I was reading up on the Ravenclaw, and I was like, yeah, I can identify with that. I don't really know much about any of the other houses because I didn't get those houses, so I didn't read up on them. I am a Harry Potter fan. It might seem like I'm not, but I am. I promise. Yeah, I just didn't read up on the other houses, so I don't even know. But I guess I identify as Ravenclaw. Therefore, I am.
I really need to rewatch the movies because I have not seen
know.
them since they came out. I think
Yeah.
I watched them all once in theaters,
Me
and that's
too.
all.
I watched them
Yeah.
all once in the span of 1 week.
What?
That's
all of them?
crazy.
Me too.
Every single one of them.
I watched 2 a night the week up to the release of Deathly Hallows Part 2,
Oh,
and it was the
man.
most amazing experience
Dude,
ever.
Yeah.
we should
I
do
wanna-
that starting tonight.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I wanna rewatch them so bad.
Absolutely.
If
Yes,
anybody,
baby.
okay,
Yes.
if anybody else is down to watch Harry Potter movies tonight, let's do it,
Yeah.
and then we'll catch you guys up later. I would, honestly, I align the most with, and I think I would be sorted into Slytherin house.
Mm-hmm.
Slytherin for life.
So what?
Yeah, I was trying to.
Is that a
What is this?
I don't approve. I don't approve. If this was a status, I would not like it.
This is where you wish they had the dislike option.
So what is,
Dodgeball.
That was adorable.
what is a Slytherin? What doth a Slytherin do?
So
They slither?
I forgot exactly what like all the traits were, but they all aligned pretty closely, honestly, with who I think I am. But like the one that I saw was like Slytherins are typically ambitious.
Oh, okay.
Like it's a
Yeah.
very like
They're very driven, goal oriented. They have a goal in sight, and they don't let anything let them defer from that path.
yeah.
I could see you. being
We're
a
also
Slytherin.
evil.
So what's
They can be a little cutthroat.
What's Gryffindor then? Other than cliche.
Righteous, strong moral compass,
Yeah, honest,
honest.
genuine.
Yeah, more.
So not ambitious. Is ambitious just exclusive to Slytherin?
It's not exclusive to anything.
I- yeah, I
can be
think the thing-
an ambitious
I think
human
the thing
An
being.
with-
ambitious Hufflepuff.
I'm just saying, man. I don't know.
I think that the primary thing with ambition with Slytherins is that like that is like their number one priority.
Like,
whereas
always
like
goal.
whereas Gryffindor is like if they have an ambition but they see that it like hurts
I see.
people or other things or like takes them away from something that is very important, like family or whatever, like they'll probably change a little bit to
More like reordering the list of priorities.
Exactly, yeah. Like they'll never let go of their ambition, but they're like, like if my mom's sick, I gotta take care of my mom. I can't just like, completely blow her off and do this
And
thing.
then a Gryffindor would be like, I will save my mom and go do this.
Exactly, yeah.
Follow my dreams.
I don't know if I don't know if those two are mutually exclusive.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just gonna let my
The
mom die because I
Malfoys-
want this that bad.
The
No way.
Malfoys would.
No, your ambitions will change. Like
Yeah.
your ambition will be to save
Yeah.
your mom instead of just like staying home and taking
Dang.
care of her. I don't know how
It's
else to
getting
explain
so
that.
philosophical. Now I feel like everyone's ambitious.
Well, see, I think it's like the way I saw it was like this is like the number one type like personality trait because you can still be like a Hufflepuff and be ambitious
Of
or something
course.
else, but like think about it, Slytherin is they're like what I read is like they're people who are like goal oriented and attacking a goal and doing what they can to make that goal happen. Not necessarily making you an evildoer and you're willing to sacrifice the lives of other people
Right.
in order to
Yeah.
accomplish said goals. I don't know if
Some
those are two
Slytherin
things.
just have a little tagline at the end, at all costs.
Yeah. And but like I think that's those are the exceptions, not
Yeah.
the actual rule.
A
Yeah.
Slytherin sounds like a workaholic.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
That sounds about
Yeah.
right.
Did they have any examples of like nice Slytherins in the movie? Like that were
In the movies?
relatively big characters? It's been
don't
so
think
long,
so.
I don't remember. Yeah.
been a while for
Malfoy
me
had a
too.
redemption arc, and you can tell it was because he was being manipulated by his family. He didn't want to be the person that he
Man,
was.
I wanted
Yeah.
such a better payoff for Malfoy. I remember actually that was one of the very few things that I was disappointed with that movie, that series, is that I don't know. I just wanted something more. Like I wanted something to happen. I felt like they were building up this nagging rivalry between Harry Potter and Malfoy, and it like nothing really happened with it. That's how I felt. But what do I know? I'm a bear. I suck the heads off fish.
What do I know? I'm a bear. I like fish.
What?
What do I know? I'm a cub. I like seafood.
I know a lot of things, and I like fish as well. So
It's a line from that Robert Downey Jr. movie, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
oh, I've
Chitty
seen the
chitty
movie
bang bang?
forever. Chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. We love you. And our chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang loves us too. Hey ho.
Chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, yang yang sang sang swang. Anyway, is that it?
So Jeremy, you're a Gryffindor.
I mean, every time I've tested, I've placed into Gryffindor.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
You don't have a moral compass. What are you talking about?
yeah, exactly. Which is weird. But it's either been so I've done the Pottermore quiz like several times, and like 3/4 of the time it's been Gryffindor, and then the other times have been Slytherin. So
We
I
should
really
take the
don't know.
test right after this episode to
Sure.
see
Yeah.
where
let's
we
do
stand
it.
in the
I have an
world.
identity crisis.
I have a really cool, I think, small follow-up question that would be cool to add to
Yeah,
the end of this
go for
one.
it.
Do it.
What would your Horcrux be?
Oh, interesting.
Your Horcrux.
Yeah, I already know what mine would be.
What would
would it
yours
be?
be?
Mine would be a wolf, for
A
sure.
wolf?
Yeah, mine would definitely be a gray wolf.
I actually took this test, and now I don't remember the answer. It was like a caterpillar. No, it was not that.
Are you sure that's not a test for your Patronus?
I don't know. It could be that.
Oh, was I thinking Patronus? I was thinking Patronus, huh? Okay, Melissa's like shaking her head at me, so I was like,
Patronus?
Yeah,
okay.
your Patronus is like your
That's right, Patronus. I'm sorry, I
spirit
meant Patronus.
animal, I guess, or
So-
like the representation of.
Was Harry's
My
an owl?
bad.
Huh?
Was Harry's an owl?
It was a deer.
It was a doe,
Yeah, doe.
which is his mother's, Lily's
Okay.
Patronus.
What was Malfoy's?
Malfoy's.
Did we see
A
what his
snake?
was?
Snake.
Dude,
A
not-
snake.
A snake.
Okay, a snicky. A snick.
Ekans.
Ekans. Did you know that Ekans is snake backwards?
Oh my god.
Oh my
I
god.
didn't
Top
know
100 Pokemon facts.
that. Oh my god. Did you know that Arbok is Cobra backwards? Oh.
Oh my god.
I don't know what my Patronus would be.
Yeah.
If I had
Yours would be a dog.
Would it be?
Yeah. I think it would be a noble dog.
I'll take it.
Oh, like a golden
a noble
retriever.
dog.
A noble dog.
Oh.
What about me, guys? What would my patronym be?
Your Patronus? A hawk.
Yeah, it would be a bird.
Yeah,
Nice.
you'd be a
Yeah.
bird. You'd for sure be a bird.
It would be an
Of
Isma
course,
hawk.
it would be a bird.
Yeah, you would be a hawk or like an eagle or just something. One of those like super cool birds.
I got to be honest with you guys. I never thought that a bird would be the significant animal associated with my identity like it is. Like Nightwing, Isma Hawk.
That is
like,
true.
There's a lot of bird-related
Yeah.
stuff, so I think everybody thinks my favorite animals are birds.
It's probably because you're so fly, dog.
But I really like tigers, man.
Yeah?
Tigers are dope. Though I love owls and they're birds.
Owls are dope.
Owls, I'll
Yeah,
be
owls
honest.
are really cute. Oh, they're so adorable.
If I could go back in time and change the name of this company to Isma Owl, I probably would because I freaking love owls.
it's my owl. Oh,
They're freaking awesome,
Owls
man.
are pretty dope.
Yeah,
dude.
they're so
Do
cute.
they have eyeballs?
They do. They have big eyeballs too, and they can rotate their head around like crazy. They're like
I can do that, but then I would no longer be alive. So,
Or at least in some extreme discomfort.
true facts of the wild zebra.
Yes.
So,
Let's go ahead and jump to that final question.
oh wait, no, that was the last one.
That was the final
Oh, that was-
question.
yeah, it was 3.
Damn. We
Okay.
forgot how to count.
Well, yes. Oh yeah, that is the last question. Okay. Well,
Hey.
I guess that's all we got for this week. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. If you guys want to support us even further, check out that Patreon. It's awesome. Make sure to subscribe to the channel.
Check it
hit
out.
hit that little bell so you get notifications when all the new episodes are coming out.
Do it.
And do it. And Patreon. Check out our Patreon. We have an exclusive HawkTalk that will be available every single month for $3 and up backers, and t-shirts and all that stuff on teespring.com/stores/Ismahawk. Links into the description. We'll see you guys next week.